Got another one here for you. This is another really late night video when I'm filming this. Just because, I get the insomnia. It always hits. I think I have hypersomnia and insomnia because I'm really tired during the day, but then I can't sleep at night. So I don't know. I don't know what it is. Oh, but it is what it is. Thankfully, I don't have to work tomorrow, so there's that. But just felt like making a video. Maybe help me unwind a bit. Get my mind. That's a problem if you guys are insomniacs. Probably know what I'm saying. Your mind just won't shut off. It's one of the reasons why you can't sleep. And that's been me tonight. And this video is going to be about this concept of the Vengeful Son. I've been hearing this for over a year now. This started up well into February of 2024. I first heard it on Pete Quinone's show when he had this character, Matt Erickson. He goes by Kingpilled on YouTube. He invited him on and they talked about the PayPal Mafia. If you guys haven't heard about that concept yet, it's all the tech bros, basically, like Elon and all these people that were getting tired of the regime. So they decided to back Trump, and then, we kind of saw what happened. Vivek Ramaswamy, who I cannot stand. If you guys live in Ohio, make sure that guy doesn't win governor. It's very important. But yeah, this is more of a meta analysis, right? Because I try not to get caught up in the slop. And the meta analysis of this is that concept of the Vengeful Son, and what does it mean going forward. Now, I have previously made a video about how the future is going to be right wing. I still very much agree with that. And yeah, I'm scheduling these out, so you should be able to be watching these in order. But the concept of the Vengeful Son is an interesting one. Another guy that talks about this is, I don't know his name, but his channel is called Mirachuk Now or something like that. These are the main people that I've heard talk about this concept. But the weirdest thing, this is going to sound so cliche, but when I watched the Batman movie from 2022, the one with Robert Pattinson in it, that whole movie is about vengeance, and I remember, I really liked that movie, by the way. That's probably one of the better Batman movies, in my opinion. But I remember I really liked that theme of vengeance, right? Like, he wasn't Batman in that movie, he was vengeance. And he's just walking around angry, beating people up. Very, very well done. If you guys have not seen that Batman yet, highly recommended. But I remember I didn't have a name for it then, but I remember watching that movie and thinking this Vengeful Son thing, like, not in that way, obviously, because I didn't know the term for it, but this was the height of Biden, the height of the clown admin. You had Rachel Levine as the health secretary. In case you guys don't know who that is, it's literally, I think Trump actually stripped this dude of, like, everything, so that's great. He's been, like, completely purged from the admin, but he was literally a tranny, like, fat dude, like, wearing women's clothing. I mean, it's hard to even fathom what we went through during that admin. You had that nuclear the guy that was like over the nuclear codes, or I can't remember what it was. He was like in the nuclear division. That bald guy that would wear lipstick, and he got caught stealing luggage in airports. You guys know what I'm talking about. You know what I'm talking about. This is what we dealt with, right? You had I'm trying to remember that black lesbians, the press secretary. Yeah, I found it. Karim Jean-Pierre. He's got like the most made-up name. Complete fake psyop. There's no way that name's real. Karim Jean-Pierre. You know, she was just complete damage control after Jen Psaki. But the point I'm making is, yeah, that Batman movie came out like early 2022. And I went and saw it in the theater. And I just remember thinking, like man, I really feel that rage. Like the rage that was exemplified in that movie. I was like, man, I feel that. Like, I definitely feel that. And it's clearly like a leftist movie. It kind of ends with not to spoil it too much, but you know, there's some like incel rage in the movie, and you know, Batman has to realize that he's not vengeance and he's justice, and he has to work for the government. They also have like a really cringe made up character named Bella Real in that movie, I remember, and it's like literally Obama as a female. Very, very cringe. If they do a sequel to the movie, I really hope they steer away from that nonsense, especially because, again, I think they were assuming that like Kamala was going to be the president, so hopefully they completely change, and you know, Batman Part 2 will be a lot better. But I'm digressing. That the point of that, and if you've seen the movie, you know, is that the theme of the movie largely was vengeance, and what that entails, right? Like if you've read Batman comics, you know, that's kind of what the Batman comics exemplified. Is, you know, Gotham is like this really crappy city, and you know, the left-wing writers always try to write their way around it and make Batman, you know, more liberal than he is. Like, oh, Batman doesn't kill people like the early comics he did. But yeah, they've never been able to like really ruin Batman, because Batman in many ways like is fascistic. That's the character arc. He is willing to basically become king of Gotham to defend Gotham, because he's also the richest man in the city as well as Batman. So the theme, the spirit of it has always been the vengeful son. You could, like, quite literally, he is the vengeful son of Gotham. And so we're talking about this in real life, right? To like translate that, the Batman is like a modern myth, right? And so you can translate that into reality of what that means going forward. And I've kind of talked about how men are just kind of fed up, you know. It's I have a very nuanced approach to this, because like, it's nothing really against the ladies completely, because I don't know, I've been listening to a lot of things, especially as millennials get older, you know, like we were sold a lie. I mean, men and women, we were all sold the college lie, and some of us got out of it with less damage than others, but the average millennial is like 30,000 plus in debt. And I think I read something where like the average millennial 401k is like $4,000. It's like nothing at all. So like, none of us are planning for retirement. None of us, you know, I'm a little bit better off because I have Bitcoin, but it's not near as close to what I wish I would have had, because I didn't really start taking Bitcoin like seriously until the end of 2020. You know, I had looked into it and bought some in like 2018, but I didn't really like start really investing. But then I lost my job in 2023, so you know, that set me back. So I have what I have, right? I probably have more Bitcoin than the average 401k and millennials, and I don't ever do the 401k either. But yeah, the millennials just got screwed, and so like the Vengeful Son to me is like what the Zoomers are going to exemplify, because they're just done. Like they don't want to work, they don't want to go to college, they don't even like talking to people for the most part. I mean, they're just kind of like a TikTok generation. They'd much rather like watch something like this, like what I'm making, than to actually go out and be in the world. And who can blame them, right? Like, again, to use the Batman analogy, like we live in Gotham City right now. We've got clown people just walking around everywhere. Any major city you go in. Like I said in the past, I'm blessed enough to be in Utah, but Salt Lake City is not good. I made a video several weeks ago about how there's no escape because, yeah, Idaho and Salt Lake City, they're going to do this whole pride thing, and yeah, I'm making this video actually at the end of May, so we got a whole month of gayness ahead of us. We'll see. Maybe it'll be toned down this year. I'm hoping that these people are getting the memo that nobody cares. So yes, again, sorry for the low energy. I'm really kind of making this video because it's gonna help me sleep. But the Vengeful Son idea is that I think it's that men are going to get fed up. They already are, right? It's already happening. Like you can feel it in the air. It's palpable. You go outside or you talk to people. Like men are becoming a lot more honest about things like the woman question and the government and all these things. Taxes are a big one. Housing. Millennials are already screwed on that, but it's not like the Zoomers are going to be much better. The millennials were just screwed because we're old now, but the Zoomers are like basically the same situation as us. It's just they're younger. They can hopefully avoid the college trap, but you can't really avoid inflation. That's like why Bitcoin is that's like why I invest in it, because to me it's the only asset that outpaces inflation. You could argue real estate, but again, the problem is like how do you get that first property? And how do you get it with you got to have a good down payment, because I have a rule where if I can't get a mortgage below like $1,200 a month, it's almost not worth getting. There's this concept called house poor that a lot of my friends are in right now, and I've never wanted that. I'd much rather just live with my parents than deal with that. So but yeah, it's just we're kind of fed up. It's like just basic things that we should have, milestones in life. This college thing was really just set us all back. And COVID, they literally treated us like prisoners for 5 years. Like that can't go unpunished. So yeah, there is a spirit of the Vengeful Son. Another thing is the tech bros, right? These are like the Gen Xers for the most part, the Elon Musk types, and these guys feel like they should be in government more than they are, and they've been denied largely because of this regime, right? This boomer regime that won't give up power. And when I talk about the boomers in that regard, I'm talking politically. They just will not give up political power. So yeah, the age of the Vengeful Son, it's upon us, but it's coming more in the future. I think by 2030 we're gonna know a lot of things. It's only 5 years away, guys. 5 years. My plan is for the next 5 years, hopefully I can grow this channel and we can get a community of men, even bring some ladies on board. I'm not even opposed to that. I've always thought that with the men and women is that I think women and men, we're all just fed up. We're just doing what we can with the situation we have, you know. And I know we have the whatever podcast and all these things, but I've talked in the past, like, this is, a lot of this is just a psyop. And you know, you can vet good women. This is something Zoomers might not have a lot of experience with, but that's why you date a woman, because you need to vet her. And it's not about sex. Like, people need to realize that. Like, you don't have to have sex on, like, the first, second date. You know, you got to get to know them. And if it doesn't work out, it doesn't work out, right? And so, I don't know. The Vengeful Son, guys. What do you think about this concept? I'm just wondering. By the way, my name is Joey. This is the Jigsaw 0097 channel. If you guys like this content, go ahead and consider subscribing. Helps the channel grow. I'm making so many videos now. I'm scheduling them. I'm like a month ahead right now. It's crazy, but it'll be good when work really kicks in, because I won't have to stress. That's one of the reasons why I make so many of them, is because I like to be kind of ahead of it. And since I don't follow the news, like breaking news, for anything anymore, I can just kind of make these, you know, get some consciousness, get some thoughts out into the ether, and see if anyone's on my wavelength, right? And a lot of times it literally does feel like I'm speaking into the void, especially right now. I'm sitting in a completely pitch black room, but yeah, that's part of the Vengeful Son too. I just can't, I've been restless ever since COVID, as I've talked about. And you know, as I get older, like, sleep becomes a real problem. You know, you ache and your mind races. You can't really get into that deep sleep anymore, but I don't know. Making this video did kind of help, I will admit. I think I'll be able to sleep now, but it is like 2 in the morning, so I'm already gonna miss. Probably only gonna sleep for like 5 hours and then back to it. But yeah, I mean, this video kind of was rambly. Maybe I'll title it something else, but I did want to talk about the Vengeful Son, and maybe it'll be something I'll expand upon in future videos. But the bottom line of it, so you can take something away from this video, is that it's just men are getting fed up. Another thing is like HR departments, women in politics, like just feminized society in general. This goes along with the gay thing too. Like, we're just tired. That's at least how I feel. Like, I'm just tired. I'm tired of. It's so weird to think about that. Like, we live in this reality. It's like, I just want to go to work, make some money, and go home. It's like that simple. I don't want to do your pride parades. I don't want to, you know, accept you because you're gay or whatever. I don't care about your race. Like, I just don't care. Like, just leave me the hell alone. But I'm learning that they're not going to let you leave them alone. And so this is why I talk that we're going to have some intentional community building in the future, right? Like, we're just going to have to do it ourselves and take care of each other. So, like, hopefully, that's why I said hopefully I can build a community out of this channel over time, and that will happen. But anyway, guys, that is the video. I think I'm going to rest now. I really appreciate you guys if you watched all the way to the end of this. It's not as long as some of my other videos, but you know, they're always up there in the 20-minute range. So if you liked it, comment down below, like the video, subscribe, even hit that little bell if you want. It gives you notifications when I make a video. But with that said, guys, I will talk to you all later.